Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a while since I've done a video, um, mainly because I've been just looking at some tutorials of Substance Painter. This is my first time. I'm only like 2 weeks in using this program, and I gotta say it's by far one of my favorite programs. Definitely tops Photoshop. I love the painting tools and adding height details like you see here, which I'll go later on in my video. But yeah, I've been spending some time just like looking at different tutorials, just kind of feeding myself as much as information as I can before I delved into Substance Painter and Substance Designer. So now, I got a little bit of a heads up. Now it's time to get my hands dirty and start messing around with it, which I have been. So as you can see here, I've been adding some details to my gun that I actually did not add in any other 3D software tool like ZBrush or Max. So just heads up, once again, these aren't tutorial videos. I'm just kind of logging as I go throughout the different projects that I do, and every now and then I'll maybe show you guys a technique or how I go about doing something. For Substance Painter though, I'm pretty much learning as I go because this is, like I said, I'm only like a few weeks in using this program, so I don't know a lot other than what I've been watching and some of the algorithmic, I hope I said that right, tutorials and other tutorials that other people have done, other artists have done. And so just kind of show you guys real quick kind of what I've been doing. And right now, if I just isolate the base metal, what I have here, you can see I have two layers here. I didn't name this one, but that's like height detail 2. I accidentally created 2 layers. I wasn't aware that I had one before, and I'm not exactly sure how to merge these two together in Photoshop. I guess I could group them. I could do that. So let me go ahead and do that. Group layers. In Photoshop, you can hit Control E and it'll merge the layer above and the layer below it, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. So anyways, this is my I added quite a lot of materials to my gun. There's different ways to do this. I could have had maybe like 1 or 2 basic materials, right, and then just use my ID map as just for selecting different materials of my gun. But I decided to do things a little bit differently, just to try it out and not exactly stick to 100% what I saw in the tutorials. So as you can see, I have my base metal texture selected, which is this part, and I'm gonna break this up too. Like, this isn't all gonna be base metal. Like, I have here a painted metal, which is, these are these pieces. So I'm gonna break up this metal into some more painted metal detailing, so it's not all just kind of like bland in one metal. I kind of want to break it up a little bit. Right, so as you can see, I've added some of these height details, and I've downloaded actually quite a lot of alpha maps by this artist. He's great. His name is Jonas Ronegard. I hope I pronounced that right. But you can go to his Facebook page, and he has a link. He actually just released an early access version of Volume 2, which are great, well done alphas, and they've come in handy throughout this process. But here's the actual website on Gumroad that you can download. It's $5. I mean, it's very, the price is really good for what it is. I mean, if anything, I feel like he probably should have charged a little bit more, but he's generous enough to keep it at $5, so it's very affordable. So as of right now, I feel like I don't want to add too much detail into this portion of the gun. You know, I just want to kind of keep it simple. There's kind of a lot going on already with these vines, and there's a few elements that I want to add to the wood. For example, just some dirt and moss around these edges. I'm going to go back to 3ds Max and add more detail. Excuse me. Probably some twigs sticking out too. I kind of missed some normal information here. I don't know what happened. It must have been when I was collapsing my ZBrush layers, and somewhere in the baking process this didn't get read, so I'm gonna have to go back and redo that. But yeah, I think this is coming out pretty good so far. I mean, this is as simple as I'm going to keep some of the height detail for this portion of the gun. So I'm going to jump into, I think I was already starting actually on the handle right here. Some detailing on the handle. And I think I'm going to keep this level of detail on the handle pretty simple as well, just for the same reasons. I don't want to be adding too much detail to it. And of course I'm going to be adding like grunge and some scratches and some wear and tear to the model later on, but first I want to get my height detail finished. So actually going to go ahead and get started real quick on the painted metal. Okay, so I actually have some references that I've gathered, kind of how I want my gun texture and detailing to look. Now, I'm a big fan of Mass Effect, the Mass Effect series, and Halo. So I based off some of the texture details and just little gizmo information details of some of the guns that they've done. Kind of implemented that into my own model. So I always have these open up on the side on my secondary screen. I kind of look back and just kind of a source of inspiration. So I'm just gonna open that real quick on my second screen, and I'll show you guys what I did. I like creating these mood boards, and I just kind of sometimes create multiple ones just because there's a lot of good references out there, and I don't know, I like gathering as much references as I can. It's kind of like the fun part, one of the fun parts of making 3D art. So I try to go for something kind of like, I believe this is, I don't even think this is from Mass Effect or Halo. It's just something I found online that I like, but I like kind of like what's going on here. It's kind of futuristic alien, but you know, when implemented on mine, I feel like it kind of has like that alien feel, maybe at the same time kind of humane. It's kind of like a humanoid alien gun kind of thing. So I'm gonna go back to the painted metal, and I kind of already know what to do here. I kind of had some alpha maps in mind, kind of something like this. Maybe a disc, but like I said, I don't want to go too out. I don't want to make this too detail-y. So let's try this. Let's see how this looks like. Of course, one thing you have to do is turn off all your channels except for the height. Of course, because we're working with just height details. Excuse me. And I'll bring that close to 1. Now, I sometimes like to mess with the flow a little bit if it's kind of like too harsh. too hard. Maybe a little bit smaller. Maybe something like that. And what I could do too, since this is a symmetrical piece, I can turn on mirror or symmetry mode, and then make this in the z-axis. So now it'll apply it to the other side too. It's pretty cool. On most of my gun though, I can't really do that because it's asymmetrical. There's like stuff going on this side, and then on the opposite side it's like cleaner. You know, there's no damaged pieces. Okay. I think for the most part this painted section might not have a lot. I'm not going to add too much detail, but like up here, like I'll add like maybe a seam. Change up the camera. Going across. I don't really like this one. It has like this. I don't know. I can't point. You can't see it with my finger, but there's like a gradient, like shaded box, kind of outside of the circle brush, which causes like that seam right there to show up. If I shrink this, I guess it's very faint. You can't really tell. Oh, you can tell right here. See. So I quickly created this very simple one in Photoshop, and it's just a line. Maybe, let's see, if a horizontal one looks okay. Maybe not. Maybe a vertical one. That looks pretty cool. Okay. I don't know. I think that's. Maybe I could add. I guess maybe more detail will be shown once I get into like the wear and tear part. Whoa. Let's see what I can do here. Something like this. Probably won't even really see that. So I'm going to do the talisman. And for the talisman, I didn't create anything like a symbol in ZBrush or Max, but I found like an image map online, and I really wish I had more time to create every little alpha brush for my model, make it 100% pure in mind. But sometimes it's not really a bad idea to use what's out there. It saves you a lot of time. Where did I keep that? Textures. So it's like this. I literally typed in like forest symbol on Google, and I found this image, and I thought it was pretty cool because it's kind of like sci-fi-ish too. So I'm gonna maybe let's see. Okay. Know what? I should probably add like a new third symbol. Sorry, height symbol, and then height. Block detail. Maybe just. Oops. Gonna do that here. This is probably a good time to lower down the flow. And actually, let me mask out the outer rim of the talisman. I should probably take up the hardness up to, so it doesn't touch the inner piece. Okay. Hey. Keep fucking up here. Damn it. Okay. So I hit T again, use quick mask. Now I can freely use, or maybe not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's just have the flow pretty low, I guess. Oh, it's at halfway. And my symbol actually does not show up that much anymore, so maybe I'll just lower the opacity by 75. It doesn't do anything. I thought the height detail can be controlled with the opacity as well, but I guess not. Maybe if I exit out of quick mask. No. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna redo this real quick. Symbol. think was the angle jitter, position jitter, all that stuff set to 0. Alright, just stamp that a few times. I don't know if that does the trick, but maybe duplicating the layer, Control D. Group that. Detail symbol. Okay, and then a new layer. Detail rock. Okay, and I guess I'm gonna have to mask out that outer rim again. Okay, and then using quick mask, I'll use this dirt. Come on. Oy. Okay, what's going on now? Oh, okay, that's so a brush. Okay, I guess the brush is different than using my alpha maps, I suppose. I guess that's why I dragged in the symbol to this brush preset, and that's why I had all these settings like turned on. Okay, I'm gonna set the flow like. You know what? I guess it really doesn't matter that much at the end because I'm gonna make this glow, so it's probably gonna. That's gonna help it stand out a little bit more. So maybe I can just increase that too a little bit more. Okay, let's see. Yeah. I feel like this is too noisy. It's too like small. So let me. Okay, here we go again. You know what? I should probably just create an alpha mask. Here, black. And then, okay, so this is where Substance Painter tends to crash on me. So if it does, I'm just going to pause the video, but every time I use the geometry decal for masking, and I either use one of these selection tools, and then I select the mesh, it'll crash on me. But hopefully that's not the case this time, because it doesn't. It does it when I don't have a mask on, and sometimes it works when I have a mask layer. So we'll see. That crashed. Oh no, it didn't. Never mind. Cool. Okay. So I'm gonna go back here, and then I'm going to increase this. Right? It is, see, it's not affecting that. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna flow back up. Okay. That's still too noisy, man. So the level of detail on the outer rim is like bigger, and then it just looks weird that the actual like talisman symbol location is like it's more dense, you know. Yeah, I'll just leave it like this. I think this looks fine. Okay, so talisman holders. That's looks like it's using the same painted metal. For my talisman holders, there's like these little pieces right here. Is there like a zoom frame shortcut for this? But these rectangular areas are going to be glowing, so I'll go back to those later. Talisman placer, that is this talisman. And maybe I can add a few details here. Maybe just kind of, excuse me, maybe around this rim. Okay. Well, how am I gonna? Oh, maybe this can work. I can use this brush. Okay, how do I go back? Let's see, height detail. I wish there was a shortcut for rotating the angle of the brush, but I think as of right now there isn't one. That would come really much in handy. So I'm gonna have to like go back like to this tool over here and kind of adjust it every time. Go back to the model and trying to get it just right. Yeah, just on one side is fine. Can't even really see it. It's being blocked by the vines. Talisman placer. Right. I put in the wrong one. I don't even know why the brush doesn't update. I guess that's alright. You don't see much detail in the holder. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much done with adding height detail to my gun. I mean, I don't really want to go too overboard with it because I know sometimes I tend to like add too much detail and it just distracts from everything. So I think what I'm going to do now is maybe I can add a little bit more detail on this this beam right here, and let me go ahead and do that. So that would be my base metal. Let's see, what can I add? Maybe something like, let's see, something like this. Just sliding horizontally. Oh, you know what? I've been having some like issues where on certain parts of my gun, I don't exactly know why. Maybe it has something to do with the way the geometry is, you know, laid out or tessellated. But I get like these very like low resolution pixelated height details. I mean, from far away it doesn't look too bad, but maybe it doesn't look that good close up. I don't really add it. Maybe it's just some of the brushes that don't look well, or don't come out looking that great with just how my geometry is. So I think something like this isn't going to look that great. Yeah, see, it's just bad resolution. I think even just a simple like line that I have here won't look that great. Actually, yeah. No, I could do this. Yes, that's fine. Just kind of break that empty space there. I was gonna add something to like this back grip right here. I'm not exactly sure what though. Maybe it's just leave it blank. That is in the grip. Maybe I can add like some decal here, like some signage or some text. Oh, this could be a good one. Nah. I guess I could always go back to it if I feel like it really does need some kind of detail there. I'm just not exactly sure what I could use. And it's not necessarily, this part right here isn't necessarily metal, it's more like, kind of like a leather maybe. Oh, this actually doesn't look that bad. Like a metal type of grip. Oh, sorry, like a rubber leather kind of grip material. Actually, it just looks really weird because it's two different brushes. So maybe if I don't have it going vertically, but maybe if I have it going horizontally. Maybe if I don't use it at all. shit, is this really not like perfectly symmetrical? Because I'm gonna have to do this manually. Just gonna erase this shit. Okay. Back to my brush. Oh, man, I hate it how it doesn't update. It's gonna be kind of weird having this like a fabric and then having like metal decals on it. Alright, we'll see how it turns out. Maybe I won't make it like a leather material. But I think this is okay so far. So shit, what am I gonna do next? I think I'm gonna get started on adding some wear and tear on the metal, and I'll do all the forest stuff last, like the wood and the vines, like adding more color detailing, and just kind of adding some textures to it. But I kind of want to call this complete and done. I have no idea what the fuck I was trying to do right here. I think I forgot to erase this. Am I erasing? Oh, that's right. And it wasn't in the proper texture list. Now I know. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna rebake and create a new normal map with the height details. Same thing with the AO and the I used to call them cavity maps back then, or when I was in college. But curvature, it's basically the same thing, I believe. So I have to bake new maps with the height detail information now, and start using some of the generator tools and just painting in some more details. So that's going to be fun. So actually, I think this was a quick video, fast video. What I should have done is I was expecting to do more detailing, more height detail on the other parts of the gun that wasn't in this metal base. And so what I should have done was just kind of brought you guys along on that ride of creating all this height detail. But like I said, I was expecting to do much more on the rest of the gun, but I guess not. But like I said, these aren't really tutorials, they're just kind of like logs. So I will see you guys next time on the next video.